master meter like Rob did to meter how much electricity you're going to make, because that's an additional cost. If you're going to sell it for the same rate that you're going to buy it, then you can just reduce your energy load. And that's what we do for a lot of people. By using that 11 cents per kilowatt hour, that's about $528 a year. So if you're looking at the $16,500 sticker price and you see that much, then obviously you know it's going to take a long time to pay off. This is when we get into the whole discussion of why you're doing this, and it's not just hard economics. There are a whole bunch of other reasons for doing this, and I don't have to tell the people here tonight about those. But that's the reality of how much small wind costs. When you get to large scales, then you can enjoy economies of scale. But unfortunately, at this size, you need to put a lot of money and effort to build foundations and towers and the wiring. It doesn't get spread over a big generator. Maintenance and warranties. Just a quick tangent about small wind. If anybody here is thinking about this, and when you come to the workshop on Monday, this is by far the biggest thing that I would be concerned about with wind. And you have to choose the one that suits your needs for sure, but the biggest thing is you have to make sure that it's going to last. You're not doing the environment any favors if you buy something that's going to fail in a 5 or 10 year period and you have to replace it. We have to really make sure that the wind turbine is tested for what you need it for, and that it's going to last. Oh, did that mean anything? No? Okay. But having said that, there are some maintenance things that you'll need to do. So it's like buying a car. You know, most of these things sort of have a 2 to 5 year warranty. Well, you wouldn't expect to just drive your car for 10 or 15 or 20 years without doing something to it. So annually, there will be things that you need to do. You need to check the bolts, you need to check the guy wires and electrical connections. You may require greasings of the bearings. And visually, you'll need to look at the blades to make sure that they are not cracked or showing any signs of stress. Like I said, warranties are typically in the 2 to 5 years. So I just want it to be known that when you get these things, you need to make sure that you're doing these maintenance requests proactively, and you know, it's the old adage that an ounce of prevention will get you further ahead. So safety and environmental and noise concerns. So this is one that, I don't know, a lot of people have maybe misconceptions about. When they come into the store, they think that wind is a benign thing and you're going to put it up in your yard and it will just, I guess, magically create power. But the reality is there are things that happen. There are some noises. There is a slight sputtering of the blades, and you can bet that there'll be vibrations. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I don't really like to see them attached to a house, because like Rick said, it can change the structural integrity, but also those vibrations can transfer into the home. Additionally, you don't get the best wind right next to a house either. So if you can, to place it away from the home is a good idea. So again, you'll need to check with your local zoning and building codes. We really want to make sure that this is done well. Most installers in this room and the documents that come with these turbines have really good engineering drawings with them, and if you follow them, they will be good. But we get a lot of people trying to save money, and basically that will lead to some bad effects. The other thing that you need to do is you'll need to take an electrical permit. So this is, like Rob mentioned again, this is the Electrical Safety Authority. You'll need to have an electrician do your tie-in, and then this ESA permit will have to be approved, and your project will be a go-ahead. And one thing that always comes up as well is what kind of mechanisms do wind turbines have to slow down the blades in high winds? So they all have some means to do this. There's electrical braking in the turbine. There's mechanical means that either twist or turn the blades out of the wind. There's hinge mechanisms that lift the whole head up. These all exist, and they're all there to prevent the turbine from burning itself out in a hurricane. You need to make sure that those mechanisms are robust too. So when you go see an installer, these are the issues to be thinking about. So just a few quick points. Hopefully some of these will be remembered. You've seen a lot of great presentations tonight. Small wind turbines that we're talking about here are less than 100 kilowatts. Consequently, most of the residential ones that we do are 10 kilowatts and less, and those are very easy to connect to the grid. You need to have a really good site that has clean, strong, consistent wind. And you need to have buffers between your home and your neighbors. So typically, you'd want to have an acre or 2 or 3 kind of thing. Wind turbines really, at this stage, aren't set up for the suburban environment. So the power can be used to offset your electrical bill. Again, it's not cheaper to make your own electricity than it is to save. So the first thing is always consume. But after you do that, this will definitely help you knock down the rest of your bill. And the costs are significantly tied to the equipment. So you need to go into this expecting the longer term paybacks and at the current electricity prices. Hopefully in the Green Energy Act, they'll provide a bit more incentive to small wind owners to help with that financial burden. And that's it.